New card? Oh yeah, I forgot. We'll do it after this game. Surely it's not going to be another 25-minute banger. We do have to take it with a grain of salt because it is a user translation from Reddit. So there could be maybe a mistake or two, but I guess we'll see. We have Yuma's final Overframe card, Gagaga Girl 00 Call. So it is Onomat support. However, something is off about this card because it does not have level 4. Which means it's probably got an effect to change its level to level 4 or something. Because if an Onomat card does not read, send 14 level 4 monsters from your deck to the graveyard as cost, and then add 15 level 4 monsters from your deck to your hand, and special summon 16 rank 4 monsters from your extra deck, then I'm not interested in it, okay? So, Gagaga Girl 00 Call, level 3 Dark Spellcaster, 1000 attack, 800 defense. If your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck, quick effect, you can target one face-up monster you control, special summon this card from your hand, then exceed summon using only this card and the targeted monster. When you do this, this card's level is treated as the same as the targeted monsters. If this card is detached to activate an exceed monster effect, you can change the attack of a face-up monster your opponent controls to 0. You can only use each effect once per turn. Is it just me or does this card suck? It's Hop Your Squadron for XYZs? Sure. Sure, yes, that's fun. At the same time, Hop Your Squadron is also typically considered a relatively bad card. And also, Hop Your Squadron can be activated at any time, whereas this thing has to be used in response to an extra deck summon, right? So even if you consider it Hop Your Squadron for exceeds, it still is more conditional than Hop Your Squadron for that, right? It is cool though, right? Because it technically works with every rank, right? It doesn't matter what you have on the board. Like, unironically, this card seems pretty fun in the all hand trap deck I've been playing in Master Duel, right? Like, because it doesn't matter if you have Fire Attacker, Phantasme, or Retaliating Sea. Like, you can make a rank for everything, right? It can make rank 4, rank 6, rank 7, doesn't matter. It'll Bestial, yeah. It'll just copy the level of whatever monster you have. So it seems like a pretty fun card in that deck, which is honestly phenomenal news. It could not have gone any better if you really think about it, because instead of being crazy Onomat slop support, this card is just like a kind of meh card, but it seems pretty fun. You nib and then this. Is there a good generic rank? What is nib? 11? Dice Rally gonna give you, yeah, and this card goes hard in Dice Rally because it goes with every level. It doesn't matter what they give you, you can just find an exceed that works with it. I like this card, and I would never have thought that I would say this about an Onomat support card. And that's because it is not Onomat support, basically, right? It has nothing to do with adding 20 Dododo, Gagaga, Zubababa monsters from your binder to your hand. So that's cool. Pleasantly surprised. Any deck can play it. Yes, but it's like, that's the same thing with Hop Your Squadron, right? Technically, any deck can play Hop Your Squadron too. In practice, no deck does, right? In theory, it's a really funny card in a lot of situations. In practice, the question is, does that make it good enough to put it into your deck? The answer usually is no, in Hop Your Squadron's case. And I think in this case, it's going to be pretty much the same, right? But it is a really fun card, I think. They should have made it draw a card or something. I'm going to be careful with what I say now, because it is Onomat support after all. But yes, I think this card could have even been a little bit stronger. As long as they didn't give it like, oh, if this is detached, you can add an Onomat card from your deck to your hand or something. They could have made it a little bit stronger. But I'm happy the way this card is, honestly. I'm happy because I expected way worse from the Onomat support from the Limit Over collection, the last card. So I'm very pleasantly surprised. Can it make Typhon alone? No. You have to target a face-up monster you control and then exceed summon using this card and the targeted monster. You cannot make Typhon with it. It's not worded as Lupus, because Lupus just says perform an exceed summon with this card. So it doesn't require other monsters, but this card does need to make an exceed with the monster you target. If you want to make Typhon, just run Lupus. I mean, yeah, of course, you could. If that's your goal, you can just play Lupus. But it would have made this card better if it could have done that. but it is it's still decent. Can you use it on an Exceed? No. You should not be able to use it on an Exceed or a token, because it is a mandatory part of the effect to perform an Exceed summon with that monster. So you cannot use it on a monster that cannot be used as Exceed material, right? So you cannot use it on other Exceeds, and you cannot use it on tokens. Or rather, actually, you could make it on an Exceed if there is a legal target to summon in the extra deck, right? Like Eclipse Twin. Yeah, that's not true. There's some Exceeds that can use other Exceeds. So let's say if there's a rank 4 and you have Eclipse Twin in your extra deck, then you could use it, yeah. But you do need a legal target in your extra deck to make. It has to have a level. Oh yeah. When you do, this card's level is treated as the same as the targeted monsters. Oh yeah, that messes up the Eclipse Twin plan. Good point. We had to read one sentence further for that. Cannot, yeah, then you should not be able to use it on Exceeds. Yugioh has the translation now and it's the same. Okay, good. I mean, yeah, okay. Fun card. Like it. Love to see it.